What's up, trumpet samurais? I want to talk about the importance of always honing your blades, always coming to the gig prepared, no matter what the job is. For me, that means I take 4 different mouthpieces with me at all times, and I cycle between about 3 of them on a regular basis, and I practice on all 4 of them. So when I really want to peel paint and drill a hole in the wall, I've got a KS3 top with a GG Ken Titmus back bore. This is a shallow drop V mouthpiece, maybe about a 620 diameter. And then this mouthpiece here, if I just want to go to a session or I want to play some jazz and I want to be present and nimble and have a nice full sound, this is the mouthpiece I would pull out. It's the same top with just a slightly deeper contour to it. And I have a Warburton 6 paired with it for a nice even blow and a robust sound. Next up, if I'm playing some very gentle, controlled, pseudo-classical kind of stuff, yet in tune and no cracked notes, I'm playing on this, which is also a V cup with a slightly more underbite in there off the edge. And the throat has a nice wide entrance, so it makes it easy to shape the sound. And for now I have it paired with an RT3 back bore. So it's nice and focused, but it's not overly focused, and it can give me that full all-around sound with a dark and slightly bright if I wanted to. And then last up, I have a Bach Corporation 10.5D, which for me, this is about the biggest mouthpiece that I play. And this is for getting a really soft and intimate and diffuse sound. It's the deepest mouthpiece that I'm playing on. And I don't even play on it that often. But this goes to show you my inner diameters are all pretty close to each other because I want a seamless transition between all of these mouthpieces. Also, the depths and the contours aren't drastically different. This mouthpiece being the biggest, and then this mouthpiece being the smallest. So when you are switching mouthpieces, just like any good doubler, woodwind doubler, brass player in a pit, you want that assuredness that when you plug in that mouthpiece, you're going to hit the notes, and it's going to take really minimal warm-up to transition in between each one. And by minimal warm-up, I mean if I'm about to play going into the lead dance set, or if I'm playing the lead book in a big band or whatever, and I'm switching between a solo and playing lead, I just put my mouth on there, feel out the rim, then I just do that to get centered. Make sure my aperture is right over the throat of the mouthpiece, so I'm not shooting into here and getting a fuzzy sound. Now, if I was switching back to my big mouthpiece again, I'd do the same thing. And then that would be as much transition time as I need. So let me give you an idea of what each of these mouthpieces might sound like on a gig. This is the 10.5D. I'm not going to force that one around. I'm just going to be really soft and gentle with that one. And I'm not going to try to play loud on that mouthpiece. Up next, if I wanted a little bit more focus to my sound, yet still have access to the warmer sound, I would plug this one in. can still get some of that nasal edge if I want to push it, but mostly it kind of stays right in the middle and nice neutral trumpet sound. Next, if I'm going to a session or if I'm playing some funk or something that doesn't require me to cut a lot, this mouthpiece gives me a lot of presence without all of those, without all the aggression. The 6 backbore Warburton 6 really balances on here with this KS4 custom top. And then also this mouthpiece gives me a lot of access to my high range without all of that sizzle in there. While still retaining a nice open singing quality. So if I want to hit a high note for inflection, I can do that, and it's not going to stab you in the face like my lead trumpet mouthpiece would. Up next, this mouthpiece is what I would use for complete and utter horn section destruction. Whenever you want to blow the walls off. When I'm picking out a lead mouthpiece, I always want to make sure I have access to those notes below C. I want to be able to play those low notes, which tells me that I'm going to still have a full and robust sound, even if the sound is more aggressive and direct. So there you have it. Bring your samurai swords, your butcher knives with you at all times when you're going to the gig. I know some people say just practice on one mouthpiece until you learn how to play the trumpet, and that's okay. But my philosophy is play a couple mouthpieces, find your home base, and then once you feel confident enough on that home base, experiment a little bit. A little bit, wiggle in this direction, wiggle in the other direction. Play with your backbores, and the earlier you start understanding and experiment, why does this backbore feel better? Why does this rim shape feel better? Then as you get older and more mature in your career, you'll be able to make these educated decisions and have a more full set of knives to play with on your gig, so you can provide the exact sound and feel that the music calls for.